Quest for the Mythic on Magic Mondays continues. We still haven't found one in, I think, 12 packs. This is our 12th pack, but I've got a good feeling about this. Fingers crossed, let's get that Mythic. Time for a next episode of Magic Mondays. Let's open this pack. Very nice. So we've got some punch out counters. Yeah, you punch them out, put them as your keyword abilities. Nice little placeholder there. And we're going to go through the pack, pick which one we think is the best from the pack. All right then, so Tentative Connection. Not too bad. There's not many creatures with natural haste, so getting this card, you're pretty much going to be hard casting it. Could be useful in some situations, but there's not many sacrifice outlets, so you're not going to be guaranteed to remove your creature. Just swing in for a little bit. Not going to be my first pick. Dranith Healer. Whenever you cycle another card, you gain 1 life. Quite a decent card in the cycling build, and having that cycling clause for 1, just a single 1 mana, lets you filter out this in your hand if you don't feel like playing it. Not too bad. Unexpected Fangs. We have a +1/+1 and lifelink combat trick. It's not great. It'd be better if it was Death Touch, because you're not going to trade anything with this, but it might keep you in the game for a little bit longer. Adventurous Impulse. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card or land card from among them, then put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So not too bad. A nice early play if you haven't got the greatest opening hand. But if you haven't got the greatest opening hand, then you probably should mulligan. Might find you a decent card during the game, but I wouldn't say that this is our first pick. Phase Dolphin. When Phase Dolphin attacks, another target attacking creature can't be blocked this turn. Could be pretty good to finish off games. There are lots of big creatures in the set, so having something that can guarantee them to swing in for their damage, that could be pretty solid. So going to be a consideration. Cathartic Reunion. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard 2 cards, draw 3 cards. Not too bad if you've got an Ominous Seed, or you've got a lot of graveyard payoffs, although not really in the right colours, because Abzan uses the graveyard theme really in this set. It can be good, but that discard cost is pretty substantial. 3 mana for 3/3 trample, enters battlefield, put the top 3 cards of your library in your graveyard. Yeah, it's fine. It's an okay rate and acceptable in a self-mill build. You don't really want to be getting rid of 3 cards in a normal limited deck, because you don't have that many cards anyway. So I don't think we're going to pick that as our first pick. Adapted Shimmerer. So enters battlefield with 3 1/1 counters on it and flash. Quite expensive for what it is, but a decent mutate target, because the 1/1 counters stack. I don't think it's better than. Next we have Heightened Reflexes. Target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Put a first strike counter on it. So I like that this costs 1 and you get a permanent first strike, which is a decent ability in limited. It could win you a single combat interaction, and yeah, I wouldn't feel bad picking one of these. Next up we have Essence Scatter. This is a creature heavy set, so having a low costed counter spell makes it more playable than your normal cancel or neutralize. I wouldn't say that it'll be our first pick though, but could be a decent card to consider later on if you are in those colours and you need some removal. Alright then, so onto our uncommons. We have Swallow Whole. As an additional cost to cast a spell, tap an untapped creature you control, exile target tap creature. Put a 1/1 counter on the creature tapped this way to pay this additional cost. Just by tapping one of your creatures, you can remove a creature that has swung in at you just for 1 mana. I would say that's a pretty decent trade if you ask me. Definitely a card to consider. On to the next one, Boneyard Lurker. When this creature mutates, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. If you are in the self-mill build and you're able to bring those select cards back, this is a very decent mutate target, and it costs the same whether you're mutating or hard casting it. A 4/4 for 4 with that ability stapled on is a pretty good rate. Okay, up next, an Archipelagore. Hopefully I said that right. This is a quite expensive creature, 7 mana if you're hard casting it, or 6 mana if you are just paying the mutate cost. When this creature mutates, tap up to X target creatures, where X is the number of times that this creature has mutated. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step. This could be a very good finisher in your deck. Even if it's mutated once, you can tap down their biggest creature that doesn't untap next turn, so you've got a few opportunities to get in that damage to close out games, and the more times you do it, the better it will become. Tapping down more creatures, definitely a consideration. Okay, so on to our rare. Let's see if we pour anything spicy. Fingers crossed. Oh yes, that is exactly what we're after. Nephoi, Apex of Death. Yeah, I'm lost for words. This is an absolutely brutal mutate card. Death Touch and Lifelink, but then you look at that mutate cost. Yes, it costs 7, but if you're able to activate this in any game, return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That could be pretty much your whole graveyard in a limited environment. I'm sorry to all the other cards that we previewed and spent time considering, but Nephoi is going to be definitely our first pick in this pack. And after 12 packs, we found our first mythic. Look at that outrageous card. And there we go, just a little land to boot. We're not first picking the land. So hopefully you are just as impressed with this card as me. Join in for next week. Then hopefully we'll get an equally impressive mythic. And here is your reminder to take part in Homebrew MTG's amazing giveaway. Your very own booster box for you to get your favourite cards from Core Set 21. To enter, all you have to do is like, comment on this or any video until the raffle draw on the 27th of July. It will be announced during that week's Magic Monday. You can also subscribe to the channel. Subscribers gain 2 entries to the raffle, and I have something very special planned in the way of a potential additional prize if we reach 100 subscribers before the raffle date. So insider knowledge, subscribing is the best way to get your hands on some sweet new cards. And finally, share across all of the internet. It's been amazing seeing this channel grow, and any little help is greatly appreciated. And that's it from me, Ali, at Homebrew MTG. Until the next time, cheers.